Namaste, friends. Today we are starting a new series of interviews of Mayog Neelam from Nisarga. These interviews were taken nearly 7 years ago when she was very healthy. She was not diagnosed with cancer also. She looks very beautiful. And I requested her to share with us her journey with the master from the very beginning, the day she met Osho. And from that day, she's beautifully and narrating her whole story of her journey. I hope you will enjoy this very much. नीलम्मा प्रणाम। बहुत समय के इंतज़ार के बाद आज वह शुभ दिन आया है कि हम आपसे आपकी ओशो के साथ यात्रा की बातें सुनेंगे। तो आप शुरू करें, बिल्कुल शुरू से। आप कब, कहाँ, कैसे ओशो से मिले?
First time I met Osho in 1969. In those days, he was known as Acharya Rajneesh, and he was still in Jabalpur University, head of the philosophy department. And he used to twice a year travel around the country. And at that time, I was 20 years old, already married. And he came to my hometown, Ludhiana, Punjab. To tell you the truth, I was never interested in meditation, philosophy, religion. I am brought up in a family where Zorba, the eat, drink, live, be merry, was the motto, but no talk of any religion. My grandparents, they were born into a Sanatan Dharam, Hindu religion, but they did not like it. They felt it was lot of Kriya Kant, and they adopted Arya Samaj. But my parents, they did not practice Arya Samaj at all. So I am brought up in that where religion of any kind, never. And the word meditation also I had never heard. But my husband was interested always in philosophy, psychology, religion. Any sadhu saint will come, he will go with his father or with his friends to visit. And every time when he will come back and he will say, it's nothing. There is no substance in what they say. And in this year, 1969, when Osho came to our hometown, he saw a poster in sale tax office, and he noted down all the 10 sayings which was written on the poster. And he came to me and he was telling, oh, one Acharya Rajneesh is coming and this is his saying. And I was not at all into even listening what he was talking. And I was not interested. So in the evening when he went to see him, I did not go with him. But on that night when he came back, both of them, the father and the son, they were like so much joy on their face. And the first thing my husband says that, I have seen God in human form. यार तेरे को तो लेके ही जाना है कल. this is the man I was searching for. But I was feeling gone. No, he's stuck with sadhu saints, and like I felt bad about it. And the more he was talking, the more I was like, no, please stop it now. Enough is enough, like that. But the next day he insisted. After a lot of persuasion, I just went and to see him, and I just told him that I will be just sitting there for 15 minutes and that's all. I'm not interested at all. So I went there. It was not what I expected. The police commissioner of Ludhiana, he was a Sardar who already knew Osho from Jabalpur days, and he had invited him. And there were more than 10,000-15,000 people sitting in Ludhiana Dresi ground, and it was silence there. In India, I had never seen this kind of gatherings. There were always kids and women and talking and like nuisance, which I hated always. But that was so well organized, and the speakers were so clear, the sound was so clear. I could not see Osho because he was sitting very distant, and we have already reached late because of my fighting and not going there. And when I reached there, I could not see him, but I could hear his voice. And my God, his voice was so beautiful. And what he was saying made so much sense to me. I still remember his discourse was in Hindi, and he was saying, ढूंढती हैं मेरी आंखें इस देश में युवा वर्ग को, दुर्भाग्य इस देश का जहां बच्चे पैदा होते हैं और बूढ़े हो जाते हैं. ढूंढती हैं मेरी आंखें इस देश में युवा चित्त को, जो प्रश्न करे, जो संदेह करे. दुर्भाग्य इस देश का जहां प्रश्न पूछने से पहले उत्तर थमा दिए जाते हैं. इस तरह वो बोलते ही जा रहे हैं, और पता नहीं मुझे क्या हो रहा है. जैसे अभी बात कहते हुए भी आंसू आ रहे हैं, इसी तरह आंसू आ गए. और वो बोलते गए, डिस्कोर्स खत्म हुआ, घर वापस आ गए. दूसरे दिन मैं तड़प उठी कि लास्ट डे है, तो उनका 3 ही दिन के लिए आए हैं, चलो जल्दी चलें, आगे जाके बैठे उनको देखूं तो सही ये कौन है. तो नेक्स्ट डे हम बिफोर टाइम पहुंचे, और फिर भी ओशो से काफ़ी दूरी थी. लगभग उन्होंने 20 फीट के बाद तो बैठने का इंतज़ाम था, और मैं आई वॉज सिटिंग इन द 6th-7th row. So that was the first day when I saw him coming, walking. That is another experience. The way he walked, the way he did namaste, his voice, his eyes. I had never seen such a handsome man with so much grace and so much feminine about him. You know, in Punjab, the men are really good looking, handsome. But this grace, this feminine quality was something unique only in him. And at the same time, so much strength and fire in his words. All I can say, I simply fell in love with him. And a feeling deep down inside me that I know him. I have been with him. And an overwhelming joy that I have found him again was so much that the tears will start running. And I could not hear what he said. Almost more than 1 hour he was speaking, and I don't remember a single word. I could not hear. But I was seeing a vision where Osho is walking in a forest and I am walking with him. But it's not from this life. But I know that it is me walking with him. And again, the joy that I have found him again, I have found him again, and the tears will start rolling. And Osho, after the discourse, he got up, he left, and I wanted to get up and be near him to touch his feet, but there was my body and I had no control on it. I could not stand, I could not speak. Everybody stood up, and my husband is like helping me to stand, but by the time I could come back to my body and I could stand up, he was gone. And where he was gone, we didn't know. So where he was staying, we didn't know. So I tried to inquire few people, but it was so much rush at that time. 15, 12,000 people getting up and leaving. And whomsoever I asked, nobody knew. In those days, there were no books available, no tapes available, nobody knew him, like whomsoever I asked. And he was gone. And I was already pregnant with Priya, with my daughter. And all I can say that next 6-8 months, almost every week, I was dreaming of him. And most of the time, like that vision will come very strong, that I have been with him. And I know him, I belong to him. Like this kind of feeling will come. And thus many months passed by and he came again. And I still remember I was going to the market and I saw the poster and I got so excited that I came back. I didn't go to the market. I came back to call my husband to tell that he's back again. He's going to come back. And once I reached back in my house, then I remembered that why I have come back. He's going to come back after 3-4 days. But that excitement. And then again I went for his discourse. The same thing happened. I could not hear him, and the same feeling and same joy, overwhelming joy and same tears. But in the end, Osho said that whatever I could say in words, I have said it. But if you want to experience that, what I'm trying to say, come in the morning for meditation. And the place which he said was very near to our house, York Hosiery's guest house, very beautiful garden. He invited, I didn't know what meditation is, but all I knew that he's inviting and we can go. So in the morning I went there, we went there, my husband also, and we went there and Osho led us to the meditation. This is the meditation where Osho says, visualize that there are 2 mountains and in between a river is flowing. Come near the river. Go into the river. Feel the water touching your feet. Don't try to swim, just float in the river. And I'm Pisces, very imaginative, very visualizing power I have. And immediately I was transported into that scene, and not to swim and flow in the river. And when the meditation ended, I was still in such a deep silence and in beautiful space that I could not open my eyes. And Osho, he was staying in that time, Kusum and Kapil's house in Ludhiana. He told Kapil that I want to meet this girl, invite her. So Kapil came and asked me to come in the afternoon. So I went with my husband and few of his friends. We went together. And I'm standing there on the door and Osho is asking me, "What's your name?" And I'm trying to speak Neelam and only air is coming out, no words. I'm just awestruck. And I'm just looking at him and feeling very stricken by his, I will say, beauty. And then he's asking, "Are you Kusum's friend?" I don't know who Kusum is because I had never met her. And I'm just, "Do you live nearby?" And then my husband, who was enjoying this scene, and he said, "Acharya Shri, she's Neelam, she's my wife, and she's totally in love with you. And whenever she's just talk about you and she's gone. इसकी तो बोलती बंद हो गई है, इसको तो आप अपने पास बिठा लो." And then Osho asked me to come and sit near him. And then he starts talking with others. And after a time, I feel, is it a dream or it's true? And again, the tears come, and I feel like I want to touch him. And in Kapil Kusum's house, they had a very beautiful round bed where Osho was sitting, and there was a carpet where we were all sitting on the floor. And Osho was sitting, and his hand was like this on the palthi maar ke baithe the. So I slowly moved my hand towards his hand to touch his hand. And suddenly the thought came, what I am doing? And I stopped and I closed my eyes, and Osho put his hand on my hand. And suddenly, जिसको मैं कहूँ प्रसाद बरस गया जैसे. Suddenly it was like as if the cold water waves, ice cold water waves, like a current moving in my whole body, and so peaceful, so enjoying, and I'm just like showered with some grace. Only I know it because my husband later on told me that you looked so divine. What happened when Osho touched you? And I said, it was like an experience, I don't know. He said, you looked so divine, so beautiful. And I remember after that many of my first few meetings, I could never utter a word. I will look at him and I could never speak. Afterwards, then I could even fight with him. But I remember my first few meetings were always all I can say about my first meeting and first touch and first when I saw him, that a love affair from the past lives again bloomed. A love which was nourishing me, nourishing my soul. A love which was creating an urge to grow up. A kind of deep satisfaction and a kind of deep discontentment also.